What's up? Today I want to talk about how to build your own winning team. A team that is thriving as much as you are. So, picture this. I don't know if you remember the scene, whoever you watched, the scene of 300, where Leonidas asked his enemy camp what were his men' original trade. They responded, I was this, I was that, I was this. Then Leonidas asked his men, what are your original traits? Not one said what were the original traits, but they just shouted, meaning that they are first and foremost a Spartan, besides anything else. That's a mindset your team should have. Should be thriving as much as you are in their camp, in their mission. But of course you can find ambitious people in your team, but without the right frameworks, you won't have them. So let's dive in. First, who this is for. If you're a coaching business who is looking to make 10 to 20k a month, drive a Range Rover, live in the suburbs, maybe that's not for you. But if you're a online coach that wants to make at least 60, 70, 80k a month, even more, build a car collection, enjoy vacation on the Amalfi Coast, chill on a yacht, so maybe this is for you. So our story, why can I say all of this? So in our first clients, we had our first hire, an appointment setter, but at the time we didn't have any reports, structure, SOPs, so standard operation procedures, any training or even leadership. So we first hired him, and at first it was great because we were excited to have our first hire. But after just a couple of days, the tasks that we had to do start piling up, and we just gave him just acting more like a boss and not like a leader. So we acted more like do this, on the contrary of I'm gonna show you how to do it, let's do it together. And without even training, there was training, but not as in depth, no SOPs, no real structure to it. So we had to take some self-accountability, get on a call with him to lay him off. I had an honest conversation with him that our leadership lacked, therefore we couldn't continue on without having our leadership up to date. In this, I'm gonna show you now a few steps that we've looked at work well and that are important for every sales team. So, first and foremost is having a good offer. You wanna have ambitious people in the team that are selling a shitty offer. So, dial in your offer, dial in the product market fit, find that there's an audience for that offer, then structure your team. But you want a good offer first that has a product market fit. So that's step one. Then that's step two. It's hiring correctly. So a lot of A players, they have similar traits, and I've dialed down to 6 traits that I've seen go repetitively to every ambitious or entrepreneur, every ambitious salesperson. And those 6 traits are: 1. Audacity. They're able to prospect, be rejected, and do it confidently, and redo it. Then second comes repetition, redoing it every time without hesitation. So think about it. If you do it 1,000 times compared to 100 times, for sure after 1,000 times it becomes natural to you. So repetitiveness is one thing as well. Then there's discipline, because of course if you're an appointment setter, sending messages, you're a cold caller, calling, but the real thing comes with follow-ups, having the discipline to track everything, write it down, follow up with that one prospect. There's intuition, understanding the prospect before he say anything, but that comes with repetitiveness, and the more hours you put in, the more you understand how a prospect might react to it. And especially when you dial in an offer, you want to know the pain points of the audience. So knowing the pain point of the audience, become intuitive of what the prospect needs in certain cases. Then the two last one, confidence and character. Have enough confidence to go assertive in your call and assessing the right fit, and to have enough character to deliver on the promises. You don't want to tell them, yeah, in 4 days you're gonna have $1 million, where in 4 days they only have $100K, where in that case 100K is still good, but say you made them expect 1 million, the 100K is not as good as it seems. Now, on the technical side, you want to create the right framework, whereas for the appointment setters or the closers, you want to know, because they might have a script, of course, but a script is just a framework. You want to underline the big lines of how they structure the conversations for appointment setters, or the written conversations, so the text, or the calls for the closers. So you want to have the right framework that goes from point A to point B, and how they can lead the prospect to either a book call or a closed call or a closed deal. Then in the step 3, that was step 3.1. Now step 3.2 is mastering your tone. Mastering your tone, depending if the subject is more important or more fun. If you ask a question, your tone's gonna be different. If you're talking about something more serious, your tone is a bit different. That's the thing. Understand how to control your tone, especially for a closer or a cold caller. But one thing that we noticed that worked well is just by believing in a product, having enough confidence, and that the result that product can bring to the prospect can change your whole tonality. So it's either believing in your product, or it's to take actions to reinforce your belief. But how? Read testimonials daily. The one with the best testimonial. Fix any issues that your customer had or have, and just go do it repetitively every single day. And lastly, you want to create a space where your sales team can grow. Implement a training program for them. So either live training, live sales appointment, live sales calls, foster a learning culture. So either getting on every single day, you take an hour where you go over every call you ever had, and establish an accountability system to measure your closer, your appointment setters' performance regularly. Focus on the behaviors and the results, because if you can change the behavior, then the results can change. But you can't focus on the result if the behavior did not change. Let's say a closer has bad behavior, meaning they're too salesy. Of course, the result not gonna be good. If you want to focus on the result, maybe you don't see what's wrong with the behavior. So focus on the behavior of your closer, appointment setter. First and foremost, have a leader's bulletin, meaning to share who's the best. As in a team of appointment setters and closers, they're all on commission. They're all hungry. They all want to be the best. First and foremost, they all want to be the best. So have a leader's bulletin. Who's the best appointment setter for this week? Who's the best closer for this week? Who closed more? Organize sales contests for the most hardworking people. An environment that's gonna push them more than how they push themselves. And lastly, just have them remove bad habits that they might have had in the past with other companies. I don't know if the person is too salesy, too pushy as a salesperson. Remove those sales habits. So this video was mostly about how to create a sales team that are filled with A players that are hungry, willing to win as much as you want. If you want to learn more about how to thrive in your coaching business, feel free to just subscribe, hit a like button, or even just tell me what would you like to see in the next videos. Hope you like this video. You can also follow me on Instagram. Here it is. Yeah, I see you inside. All right, cheers. Thanks.